thank you so much for joining me today. Yes. Yes, good to see you. Good to see you. Lovely. So, thank you so much for joining me today on my show. I wanted to answer a question so people can call in, they can even write a letter. So today we actually have a question about the Bible, of course. So the question, we're going to find out. Drum roll. Okay, so our first question is going to come from Austin, Texas, from Tamala. 1 second. Okay, they're handing me the letter now. Okay, so this is from Tamala. It says, I put it in the front like this. So it says, "Dear sister, if God created everything, then who created God?" Thank you so much, Tamala, for asking such a great question. You know, something that is so funny. I actually used to ask that question when I was a little girl myself. So I think that is wonderful. So, Tamala, I did want to share that God was not created by anybody. He just always existed. I know that can probably be confusing, but God is. He said, Jesus was talking to the Pharisees, and Jesus basically told the Pharisees, before Abraham was, I am. So God was not created. He was always there. God does not have an age. See, like you and I, we were actually born into this world. God was not born. God always existed. Now, I'm not trying to get sidetracked, but we do have Jesus, but even he humbled himself and took on a form and appearance of man, and he humbled himself to take on this cursed body to die for our sins. But we're talking about the Father. So the Father was never created. He was always there. We did not come from monkeys. We didn't come from apes. It's no evolution. It's God's. Let me turn to Genesis very briefly. It says in chapter 1, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So God is a spirit. He's a spirit. He's not a man. God the Father, he's a spirit. Jesus the Son, he came in the form of a man, but we're talking about God the Father. So he's a spirit, and it says that those who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, which is why he can see everything, he can see them all at the same time. He can talk to people, multiple people at the same time. God is very big. The heaven of heavens cannot contain him. No hands have built God a house at any time. And I've met people who've communicated to me that there was a house built for God, but he's so big. He's so big. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to turn right there to Acts, because Paul talks about this. Paul talks about this as he was, talking to the Athenians. They had a lot of different beliefs and perspectives. But here we are in Acts chapter 17. I'm going to begin with verse 22. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, "You men of Athens, I perceive that in all things you are too superstitious. As I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription: to the unknown God, whom therefore you ignorantly worship. Him declare I unto you, God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth. dwelleth not in temples made with hands, neither is worship with men's hands, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath in all things. So it clearly tells us that he's just so big. It's men's hands. There's nothing that we can build for him that he's not too great. Like, he's so great, he can't really fit in it. It goes beyond, it exceeds our mind. So it's not for the human mind, it's not for the human intellect to actually fully comprehend all of God, because his ways is past finding out. We get that in Job. His ways, you can't find him as infinite. His wisdom, his knowledge, like everything. If we look at the whole earth, if we look at the whole earth, we can see, like, man, he's a genius. Like, how did he conclude? How did he come to all of this? The creatures in the water, just everything, just the different fruit trees and the different colors, and just, it's so beautiful. Everything is just coming together. So God is so big, because this world is cursed and there's sin. We don't fully comprehend or understand God, because when man sinned, it caused a breach, it causes separation. So we don't know God. That's why he tells us to ask, seek, and knock, so that we can find him out. And eventually, at the fulfillment at the end of times, we are going to know exactly who he is. But right now, we have to push past the darkness of this world to seek him, knock on his doors, so that whatever knowledge and secret he do want to share, we're open for it. So God is a spirit. He always was, and we will understand that as we cross over into to spend eternity with him. If you are saved and if you are going to heaven, you will know if you fall on to know. Tamala, God bless you. Thank you so much for watching.